The former inmate gave chilling details of the August 3, 2014 incident, which he said left Mario Dean battered, blooded, bruised, and unresponsive. The witness testified that on the day of the incident, he saw Corporal Elaine Stewart and Constables Juliana Cleven and Marlon Grant bringing Dean to the cell block and placed him in cell number 1. However, he said Dean was later removed and taken to the office area. The man further testified that he heard loud noises which sounded like persons arguing. He said he stood at his cell gate and looked through a mesh on the corridor when he saw the prisoner being hit with a baton by Mr. Grant, who he knew as Shortman. The witness revealed that he could hear Mr. Grant saying to the prisoner, quote, "Are this you are this police?" unquote. He said the 3 cops then proceeded to bring the prisoner Dean back to the cell block, and he could see Mr. Grant holding him by the neck and hitting him on his upper and lower body. He said Miss Stewart then opened the cell with the inmates who were of unsound mind and placed Dean inside. He said he heard her say, quote, "You not have no manners," unquote, as she closed the cell. The witness said the prisoner Dean then replied, quote, "A bail me go for and me say me no like police. And that you a punish me for?" unquote. He said Miss Stewart responded, quote, "Me I go teach you a lesson," unquote. And he later heard crying and Miss Stewart said, quote, "I dead him for dead," unquote. But he was unsure who that comment was meant for. He said the 3 cops later left the cell block. 10 minutes had passed, and the witness said he heard someone getting hit in the cell where Dean was placed. He said he made attempts to call out to the inmates in the cell, but he got no response. The witness further revealed that soon after he heard Dean saying, quote, "Please no kill me, me a no bad man," unquote. He said the noise sounded like someone was being hit across the chest with the palm of the hand as he made the action in court. He said he and his cellmates began shouting for the persons to stop and began kicking the grill close to 4 minutes to get the attention of the cops. When their attention was sought, he said he told them that the new prisoner, Dean, was being beaten, but that the accused, Stewart, used expletives and asked why he was calling her. He said the cops ignored them and returned to the office. He further testified that the fighting continued and he heard a loud sound, boof, as if a body dropped from a certain height, and later saw blood splash outside the cell onto the corridor. The prisoner told the court that it was at that time he knew something serious was happening and alerted more prisoners and made a second attempt to get the cops' attention, who later ran to the cell block. He said upon their arrival, Miss Stewart, when she got to the cell, looked frightened, worried, and confused, and that Stewart then questioned what she's going to do. He said they called the ambulance and Dean was removed from the cell on a stretcher, and that Marvin Orr and Crocodile were located to another cell, but that Reed was left in the cell. He later revealed that he saw the accused Stewart, who had left the cell block, return with a bucket, gloves, and liquid soap, and that she handed the bucket to the inmate Reed and said something to him in the presence of Cleven and Grant. After she left, the witness testified that he then saw Reed fetching water in the bucket and took it back to the cell. He said all 3 cops came to the cell following the incident and asked him not to reveal anything to the investigators as they did not want to lose their jobs, to which he agreed he would stay quiet. The accused, Cleven and Grant, then laughed when the comment was made in court. The matter was later adjourned. Kimberly Petty for TVJ News.